Hello everybody, Microphone Central here. We're just doing a stupid one to test this puppy out. See how much better it is than the old cheapo dynamic duo. Oh, I love the bass in this. It's really nice. I'd have to have it about there. Yeah. Anyway, let's find out how evil the Teletubbies were back in the day. This guy, Stephen Dollins, is the world's leading expert on how he is a high priest of Satan that can disapparate and fly on a broomstick and plays Quidditch. What he knows about Teletubbies.
In a cult. And all the symbols that they have in there, the sun, the
you're
moon,
loud.
those are all pagan symbols. And those are all occult symbols. We examined that. So we need to examine the official description of each Teletubby to find out exactly where it is.
I love this
Now,
microphone.
first we're going to look at, this is Poe, okay, on the screen
Evil! Sorry about your ears there.
here. This is Poe, and it's the
Thank you, Wacky! Oh!
smallest
I can't help it. Oh!
Teletubby. And this is a girl.
Really? Looks like a Teletubby.
And she often jumps, and she jumps up and down
Again!
to express her feelings of joy and enthusiasm and surprise. And the natural place for her to be is on her scooter going over the hills. So this is Poe.
So what's evil about being on a scooter?
When she also makes a noise, she'll say quickly, 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 or slowly, slowly, slowly. And she
She usually says, again.
also spends a lot of time on her own. Again, away from parental authority or any kind of...
When the hell is she ever on her own? I mean, okay, granted, I've watched about 10 episodes, but no. No, just no. No, Steve, no.
guidance from parents.
So because she goes around the studio on a scooter, it means she's vanquishing, is that the right word? For herself from the straps, the chains of parental guidance. With you, Steve.
Okay? So, first of all, this is Poe. Now, I want you to notice...
What are we going to notice? Her eyes are evil.
that each Teletubby, remember we said that each Teletubby has...
Hey, it's red, the same color as Satan. Gotcha. I'm ahead of you, Steve.
the screen on their stomach, a television screen. Well,
Well, that must be evil.
in order for you to be able to
Come
show
on.
a clip, or for them to be able to show any kind of an image on that television screen, there has to be a receiver.
Yeah. I know where you're going with this, Steve. I'm way ahead of you, buddy.
And so the antenna on top of the head becomes that receiver.
And the receiver picks up the voice of Satan from the pits at hell. I'm going with that. This is what I predict he's going to say.
And isn't it odd that each one of these Teletubbies have a different antenna?
It would be more interesting if they were the same, you know. Just have them all red with circles on their heads. Great world you got there, Steve.
In fact, my question was, why don't they all have the same antenna?
Because that would be boring. I just answered your question before you even asked it.
In other words, if these are all babies, they all come from the same place,
They're Teletubbies.
and
They're not human. For fuck's sake, Steve.
they all seem to be basically in a Teletubby family, all of their own.
Teletubbies belong to a Teletubby family? What type of racism is this? Go back to your own planet.
Then why don't they have the same? Why don't they have the same antenna?
Okay, so every baby on Earth should look exactly the same. Yeah, that would work. That would work. What kind of a god have you got again?
Why are all those antennas different? Now these symbols are simple shapes, but if you'll also remember in the last
Circles are evil. That's my prediction.
session, we said that the circle represented the female womb.
Yes. Okay, yes, but you're going to put a spin on it, aren't you?
And in pagan cultures, it's also a powerful symbol of female serpentine power. And
fertility? You're half right there, Steve. I know you know nothing about anything, but you're almost half right about that one. Quite surprising when you accidentally start telling semi-truths.
in other words, fertility.
Oh, he got it.
And you notice on there that it also it symbolizes a spiritized mother goddess. Because
you're gonna stretch a circle on the top of Poe into some sort of Egyptian god. Oh God! Don't even bother.
That's also in paganism referred to as the earth, symbolizing the earth. And to contemporary pagans and radical feminists, it's one of the primary feminine signs.
Well, they know not
so that's Poe,
the
littlest one, and the one with the antenna with the circle. But keep that one in mind.
Okay, circles are evil. All right, got you so far, Steve.
The next one we're going to look at is called Dipsy.
Dipsy! It's a cock, isn't it, Steve?
We'll go back to that one. This is Dipsy. And now you'll notice that Dipsy has
a phallic symbol on his head.
Different antenna, and I'm going to pull that down just a little bit so you can see the top of that.
You like that, Steve?
And you'll notice that when it comes up, it doesn't come up to a fine point, and it doesn't come up and round off. It comes up.
There's no balls at the bottom either.
Here, comes into a curve, and then rounds off again, clearly a phallic symbol. If you'll look at that real close, you'll see the phallic symbol.
And a 2-year-old's gonna automatically go to that. Make the friggin' frogs gay.
It looks like a phallus. And in every pagan culture, the rod has always represented a phallus. And that is a powerful symbol for male fertility.
Yeah.
Pagan cultures, even on the Celtic fertility symbols, they have a holiday called Beltane and a May Day, the maypole symbolized by male power. That's exactly what this represents. Now, the interesting thing about Dipsy is that when you start to look at it, this is the second biggest Teletubby, and he's also known for his distinctive steps and way of saying hello. So again, now this is going to really appeal to your toddler.
And the toddler's gonna become LGBT because of watching Teletubbies. Gotcha, Steve. Right with you. Right behind you, buddy.
Poe. Then we look at the third one. And this is Lala.
Lala. Lala.
And if you look at Lala, this is the second smallest Teletubby. And she's by far the happiest and the most
It's a knotted penis, Steve.
Smiley of all the Teletubbies. And she loves to dance. And she loves to sing. And her favorite word is nice. But now we start to look at the antenna on Lala, and look what's happened.
What?
Here we have the male symbol, or I'm sorry, the female symbol of the circle, and it doesn't just break off and go separate. It goes from the female symbol right into the male phallic symbol.
Okay, that one has a penis and
so you'll look at that, and you see as it comes up, it curves around, forms the circle, and then comes up and forms the rod. Wow. And now again at the top, when you see this, you can see clearly that it looks like a phallus. Then we have, it comes to the last one, the fourth one, and the fourth one is the most interesting of all. And you don't know how hard it is to say the names of these little things, because I mean I had to sit there and watch this.
Sat with me, Tinky Winky.
So this is Tinky Winky.
Good boy, you can say Tinky Winky. Good on you, Steve.
I said it.
It's that bloody homosexual upside down pentagram triangle thing, isn't it, Steve?
Okay, Tinky Winky. And he's by far the biggest Teletubby.
The most biggest. You need to do some English, Steve.
Teletubbies. In fact, he's so gentle, he has everything in a bag.
A purse.
And you know, the one thing that I noticed
Pops.
about, and in the episode that I
Pops.
watched on this, he loves wearing a smaller, little white ballet skirt. And he loves to dance in a white tutu or ballet skirt. And I looked at that and I said, what in the world is that supposed to represent? And then it dawned on me, because I looked up here and I saw this antenna.
No.
Remember that when we saw in the last session, we looked at the occult symbols, we looked at the pagan symbols, and we said the triangle was a representation of earth, wind, and fire, the basic elements of all witchcraft.
Okay. So great. It's a joke from yesterday's episode. Is earth, wind, fire, and water. So he's missing a bit of the triangle's missing, the water part. Just please go watch The Fifth Element, Steve. Get some education on the elements. Do not ban the band Earth, Wind and Fire. Do not burn their records because this guy's got an upside down pink, purple triangle on his freaking head, turning the freaking wrong sky.
We also said that it was a powerful spell casting symbol.
And Tinky Winky obviously cast spells on the show to what do you call it when you hypnotize? Hypnotizes the audience around the world to watch more episodes. Oh my God, that's evil.
But if you notice this now, we have a triangle that's pointing down, and the triangle is in multiple forms.
Is it?
And it's pictured in alchemy as a sexual rite. In fact, in Buddhism, it's referred to as a sex sign. And isn't it strange
you can.
that the gay and lesbian community have now taken the upside down triangle?
Sorry about that. What? What the
sign. And isn't it strange that the gay and lesbian community have now taken the upside down triangle?
Yeah. The rainbow flag is an upside down triangle. You may think it's a rainbow flag, but it's actually an upside down pink purple triangle. Okay, with you. Right.
As their logo, their symbol.
Oh no.
They've also adopted the color purple, which is the color that Tinky Winky is.
So the whole rainbow community has adopted one color, and that color is purple, and it has to be upside down purple. Gotcha, Steve. You're the master on the whole entity that is the rainbow community. You're the expert. I bow to your wisdom.
And then it dawned on me, that's why he dances in a ballet skirt.
Because he's a fairy.
That sounds funny, but I mean, you look at this thing and, you know, it looks real innocent.
Stop calling him an it. It's not non-binary. They are not non-binary. Oh, sorry, I forgot. He doesn't even understand what non-binary is, so yeah. We'll just keep reality out of this altogether. We're not introducing reality into this at all. Sorry. Shouldn't do that. Gets me upset.
But when you look at it on the surface, it looks really fun, and it looks really, like, oh,
hey, for fuck's sake.
There's nothing wrong with them. They're just cute. But when you look underneath of what they're really trying to say, Marilyn Ferguson, the author of The Aquarian Conspiracy, a New World Order blueprint for changing people's perception.
There's so many errors in that sentence. Sorry, that's another episode altogether. But continue with your fictional mythology.
She states this, listen to this. In order to teach children of tomorrow a new perception of reality, we must make symbols and their evolving and politically correct meanings more fun and familiar than the home-taught words, values, and meanings. And so now what they're saying is they're teaching your toddler through symbols.
So because of something Marilyn Ferguson wrote in 1945, the One World Government, New World Order have read her book and have created the Teletubbies in honor of the Aquarian conspiracy, the blueprints for a new world order. A new world order! Carry on.
And if you go even further, Andy Davenport, the scriptwriter, goes further to say that we've been bogging down our toddlers and our young people with all these values and morals and standards for too long, making them feel out of place if they're in a different environment. And then he goes on to state what that different environment is. Listen to this.
It's not how the LGBT environment, is it, Steve?
Yes. He says that if a child grows up in a home where mom is a woman and dad...
Oh God, I said there's a joke. He really is going there, isn't he? He really is going there. Oh shit.
If a child grows up in a home where mom is a woman and dad is another woman, that we should teach them that it's okay.
Shit. Oh God. Unless the mother is male to female, don't even bring facts. Sorry, I'm trying to bring facts into this fictional world. I'm sorry. I do apologize. It's got nothing to do with reality.
And if a child grows up in a home where dad is a man and mom is another man,
so a female to male, okay?
That it's okay.
Which it is. Yep, carry on.
That we can't let them feel out of place.
Correct.
That we have to teach them that this is a different symbol and that...
Oh, so this upside down pink purple triangle is what's causing marriages in the transgender community. All right, you win. I give up. I can't do this.
Everything is the way it should be.
How do you get out of here?
And that kind of value and that kind of standard should be looked at as being acceptable.
Which it is. Except in your deluded, scamming ass, ripping off people for money world. Mm-hmm.
And okay.
Yeah.
And so what is the true message behind Teletubbies, these roly-poly creatures that our toddlers watch? That gay is okay.
Oh my God! This is just too much! What's the world coming to? The end is nigh. The Antichrist is now arriving on his broom to take over the world.
Now we start to see that these things are taken on a different light.
Okay, so the only person on this planet that understands your delusion is you, but somehow you think the world knows that the Teletubbies are only here to make LGBTQIA, the rainbow community, more acceptable in the wider range of heathens. Those heathens, burn them at the stake.
Now we start to see that they have actually found a way to make evil look...
So the rainbow community, it wasn't the writers of the show or the producer of the show or BBC or whatever it was on that created Teletubbies. It was the rainbow community that created the Teletubbies in order to make LGBTIQIA, oh my God, my brain, more acceptable to the heathens and the Buddhists and those who aren't Christians, because Christians know it's all wrong. Okay, carry on.
Cute.
Take it away, Steve.
And take God's principles and make them look ridiculous.
Well, they are They are. That's all I'm going to say. Your God flooded the whole earth, killed millions of people, animals, trees, and miraculously all those animals and trees came back when the ark landed. Right. But then he burnt Sodom and Gomorrah. And regardless of theology, if it's in your imaginary head, then it must be real. Doesn't give a shit what you think. It's what he thinks that counts, because he's a King James Version onlyist. By God!
And that's what they're trying to portray to our toddlers. So
what? I missed your whole rant there. Sorry, I don't give a shit.
next time your toddler sits in front watching Teletubbies, remember that there's a message being portrayed to him or her.
Gotcha, I gotcha, I win. I got it back. So let's do some translations, folks. Again means worship Satan.
And it's not a good one. Remember that the message is gay is okay. And lifestyle learning back in 1973, this lifelong process of socialization, they said it would start soon after birth with community training sessions for parents.
Yeah.
And then they're supposed to teach the parents how to teach their children.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to go to a class where I feel like if I'm a parent, I don't need to go to a class for somebody to teach me how to be a parent.
Okay, so you're a bigoted asshole. I'm going to end it there then. You have no relevance to anything that I care about, that anybody cares about. So to sum it up, the Teletubbies were invented by the rainbow community to spread the gospel of LGBTQIA++. You're an asshole, Steve.